this is it. This is the video you have been waiting for your whole life. You can skip it. You can watch the whole video. It will never come on your feed again, I guess. You won't remember the channel's name. You won't remember me, who this guy is. I don't even know. But this is the video. The series I'm starting to get today has been the basis of my mindset shift. Is the basis of how I act, how I do things, and how I am stable in any condition of my life. This is Rhymes to Riches. I am Sarthak Singh, and this is my partner Tim Devedi, and this is gonna be a banger of an episode. So welcome back everybody. How's you? How's life? And how are you, Tim? Mr. Tim fucking Devedi.
Yeah, that was one hell of an introduction. Won't call it Sarthak. The introduction was so humble that if we had an award for humility, you would not even take it because of how humble you are. Hello?
I know, right? I'm so fucking humble. I can't imagine it. Yeah. There is voice lag, if you understand. There's a little bit of voice lag of a second. Because it's Google Meet, obviously.
Fair enough. So
there is a voice lag.
Hello. Yeah.
So, how was your
So
week?
my week, it would.
Hello. So how was your week? What did
The
you
week
do?
started with kind of a good news that my exams were over, 23rd, and then we had one of our subjects marks, and it is safe to say that I could not get a lot of marks, so that was a bit of a setback. But then there was an event for world.
But relative grading.
Relative grading, bro. Yeah, fair enough. So, yeah. Then there was an event on World Entrepreneurship Day. I went to that event, met some amazing people over there, had some great time. Then Wednesday was our day off because of Vinayak Chaturthi, and like they were supposed to establish the Ganpati Murti over here, but they did not. So KLPD happened to us. And next I had another event in which I was selected as the program representative because I apparently had the lowest rank. So yeah, basically 2 days of attendance were gone, but we had a lot of fun this week. Kind of say that not as productive, but definitely some shifts happening in my life. So in like career wise, and yeah, trying to be more productive. Today was a very productive day. So yeah, that was pretty much it. What about you? You've been having some kind of fun, right? A lot of fun I'm observing Sarthak is having.
So, I have been having a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And it's been 2 weeks for us. Last week was hell. Not hell, but the good kind of hell that we have. And this week has also been hell, and this week has not been the good kind of hell. So starting with last week was filled with freshers, and I don't know how many other freshers that I can say. I mean, and I was into dancing, and I was like portraying Mr. Narendra Damodar Das Modi. So it was quite fun.
Whoa.
So I don't know if I should do a mimicry of him right now or not on the podcast. I don't want this video.
Yes. Why not?
So
the
I
mafia
probably
wants
won't.
it.
But you know, I practice that alone.
You should.
Yeah, and if
We're gonna not move ahead until you do it.
yeah.
बारात आगे नहीं बढ़ेगी.
Okay, so बारात कभी आगे नहीं बढ़ेगी हम दोनों की मित्र. So मेरे प्रिय कॉलेज वासियों, जल्दी हमारी सरकार त्र्यंबकेश एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप योजना के तहत हर एक कैपिटलिस्ट को 3 करोड़ रुपए का मुआवजा देगी. Oh my God.
That deserves a round of applause. सबसे पहले मुआवजा मुझे ही देना भाई, मुझे जरूरत है.
मुझे भी जरूरत है भाई. I'm going broke. each and every
Yeah,
fucking day.
same bhai. I see my bank account
So,
dwindling
anyways,
each and every day.
last week, last week was filled with that. Yeah. Okay, so I'll tell you guys what we mean by this, because I know he must be going through the same things. So last week, freshers, Sunday was our batch trip. So we went places, the whole batch went places. It was pretty nice. And then this week, this Friday, today is Sunday. This Friday we had 2 quizzes, and the worst of the quizzes. We have real analysis and discrete structures. Like, to sum it both in one line, we had to prove 1 is greater than 0 in one page. So yeah, it's light, but it's something you do not want to do ever in your life. So I've been preparing the whole week for that. So like, I shouldn't say this, but I skipped breakfast one day, then I skipped lunch that day, and then I almost skipped dinner that day. But had it not been my mother, I would have skipped dinner that day. And then she was like, eat food. So I ate that day. Yeah. And reason why I skipped dinner was not because I was busy, because I was stuck in library, and I was like, who will go from library to mess to and come, bro, is this skipper? Anyway, then come back to the library again. So I was like, okay, I'll stay here. And so you'll be like, how are you eating food? Well, I have been eating food at 3 a.m. in the night in David's canteen or Tantra canteen. So
Tantra
yeah,
canteen.
money के L लगे पड़े हैं. Money can. Yeah, we have a canteen named Tantra. It's the best canteen here. So it's fine. The name doesn't matter. A Tantra with another name would taste just as nice. संतरा नहीं, तंत्रा भाई, तंत्रा. Yes, संतरा. Oh my fucking god. Santra gang. He's like Santra canteen.
मुझे लगा भाई ऑरेंज का जूस अच्छा मिलता होगा वहाँ पे, इसलिए संतरा गैंग नाम रख दिया.
Today was such a good day. Oh, tantric. Oh, I don't know. We can't go into that. Homba, romba, comba. So anyways, coming back to today. So last week I couldn't upload the podcast. I was on a batch trip, for fuck's sake. And this week I had an exam, so I had to go out. So the exam was like this. The exam was from 9 to 12 and 2 to 5. So I had like 2 hours gap. Guess what I was doing in those 2 hours? I was sitting in the mall editing. And right now the video is being uploaded. Hello. Shit happened, guys. But anyways, coming back. So I had put a story as well. I was out editing in a fucking mall. So that has been a great experience. And I called Trimbikesh that time and I was like, bro, you had to send that email thingy. I am in the mall editing my last podcast. So yeah, it's been pretty nice, I guess.
Yeah.
What was your first thought when I said I was editing in a mall, Tim?
I was like, bro is
Hashtag hustle, yeah, hashtag.
bro is like having fun in the class, studying in the mall. I was thought like you were in the mall trying to study, like studying in the mall, having fun in the class, washroom में खाना खाने में washroom. क्या हो रहा है भाई ये?
उसके बारे में हम लोग बात नहीं करते. That should not go out. Anyways. Oof. 10 minutes are over and we have like 30 minutes left of this podcast. So the next 30 minutes are going to be fire. And I'm gonna start with the quote of the week. Tim, do you have a quote of the week? I go ahead. Did I use this quote? Because I forgot what I had to say and now I can't remember. Oh my god. That's the best shit ever that has happened to me. I was like, you must know your quote.
I do
have
know,
a lot of quotes in my mind.
Yeah, I also have a lot of quotes in my mind.
So, yeah. So, but the quote that I'll use today is, strike the shepherd and the sheep scatter. Why am I using this quote? I'll tell you later. But my quote of the week is strike the shepherd and the sheep scatter. Why did you call me a motherfucker, Tim, on WhatsApp?
Someone
That's not a nice thing to say. That is so bad.
that भाई गलत जगह चले गए तुम. हैदराबाद जाके भाई कुछ ज्यादा ही सॉफ्ट हो गए भाई, ऑफेंसिव हो गए भाई, ऑफेंस लेने लगे भाई. तो
मैंने ऑफेंस ले लिया भाई. अब मैं आप पे केस करूंगा कि आपने मुझे गाली दी.
भाई उसमें केस होने लगे ना तो भाई क्या बताऊं, जितना सार्थक का बॉडी काउंट है उतने मेरे केसेस चले मेरे ऊपर
पूरा. भाई उतने नहीं है, उतना नहीं है भाई. 0 है मेरा. 0 कैसे चलेंगे आप पे?
हो सकता है भाई. एनीवे
ये इंसान जितना मुझे बदनाम करने में लगा है ना.
एनीवे सो माय कोट.
पॉडकास्ट से लगेगा लोगों की मेंशन मेरे पास लाइन लगी पड़ी है.
जो कि लगी पड़ी है गाइस, डोंट लिसन टू हिम, ट्रस्ट मी.
भाई नहीं लगी पड़ी है भाई, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. आई होप, मैं तो विश कर रहा हूँ ऐसा हो, बट दिख नहीं रही लाइन. किताबों की लाइन लगी पड़ी है. उसका बॉडी काउंट हाई है. मेरे पीछे बैग पड़ा हुआ है, देखो बैग है भाई. इस बैग में सब लेके चलता. ओह माय गॉड, इस बैग में मैं ये भी लेके चलता हूँ, कंघी, सनग्लासेस. आज बाहर गया था तो मैं सनग्लासेस पहन के आज रिकॉर्ड कर रहा हूँ. आज एकदम लेट्स गो. he can't see me, he'll see my sunglasses. छपरी. yes, नहीं यार, छपरी नहीं यार, सिंघम वाले सनग्लासेस हैं apparently, किसी ने मुझे बोला. और हाँ, इसमें मॉइस्चराइजर भी रखा हुआ है. सब है इसमें.
सही है. चलो माय कोट.
अच्छा मैं वीडियो ऑन करता हूँ, तू 2 मिनट देख ले.
नहीं भाई, ठीक है. माय कोट.
मेरा वीडियो ऑन होगी, रुक जा. स्टार्ट वर योर कोट यू हैव. अच्छा हाँ बताओ, कोट बताओ
पहले. लाओ दिखा दो भाई, अब ये चेहरा दिखा दो. ये क्या, ये पर्दा हटा दो, ये मुखड़ा दिखा दो. ये लौंडा है भाई.
हाँ हो गया.
सही है भाई. कुछ ज्यादा ही गर्म हो गया स्क्रीन भाई. ओवरहीट हो जाएगा भाई. बंद कर दो.
स्क्रीन ओवर. लैपटॉप ब्लास्ट. मैट्रिक्स अटैक 2.0.
एनीवे हाँ, कोट गाइस pay close attention.
Quote.
Pay close attention to this quote, because this quote is really close to my heart. It's very important and I always follow this. It goes like when Alex Hormozy and Chris Williamson were recording a second podcast, then Chris Williamson introduced by this quote. And you know, Alex Hormozy talks always about hard things and hardships and all. So Chris Williamson said, hard things are hard, that's why they're hard. Let that sink in.
Best. Hard. Let that
Bestest.
sink in. Hard
Bestest.
things are hard. What is hard right now?
That's why they're hard.
What is hard right now?
Sarthak is hard, bhai. Sarthak's aura is hard.
Who are? I mean, what is hard?
Sarthak ka aura is hard, bhai. You can't say Sarthak is hard.
My aura is hard, guys. Yes, that would be too wrong, guys.
Okay, hard things are hard. That's why they're hard.
Oh fuck, bro. Best.
No, on a serious
quote of
note.
the week. We should go.
On a serious
we
note.
should do. Yeah, on a serious
Yeah, go
note.
ahead.
No. I was like, we should do a quote of the month award for everybody, by a vote. Which quote they felt was the best.
Yeah, that is a good idea. You do on your own story, bro.
And
I
they
don't put
should
stories
top
and all.
that.
I have to Instagram. I have to I have to install Instagram. That's why I don't put stories.
Yeah. Why don't you install Instagram?
Because I don't want brain rot. अरे भाई start कर यार self manipulation. अरे I have a lot of things to hide, bro. You can't say.
हाँ,
बात
we
बाहर
can't
नहीं
say
जानी
that here, we
चाहिए.
can't say that here, shit, I'm sorry. जेल नहीं
Self
करवानी है
manipulation.
बंदे को भी. हाँ,
Okay, वापस
So, okay. Self manipulation. Serious mode on. Serious mode on. Okay. So, what today's topic and the next few videos will cover is something that I used and I have been using for the past 3-4 years. And recently I read the book The Charisma Myth, and it gave me the confidence, or you can say the formal or the official approval that this shit does work. And it had not with the same name, but the things that I do or what I'm going to talk about has been talked in this book. So I'm going to take some examples of my own, but if you want more inherent examples, you can refer to the book The Charisma Myth. So first of all, as Tim has taught me, he has taught me a lot of things. One of them is to define stuff in one way. Let us define what self-manipulation is. What do we understand by manipulation? Manipulation is, twisting or presenting things in a way, presenting thoughts, things, whatever, in a way to garner a goal or something that you want from a situation, from a person, or from whatever. And what I mean by self manipulation is, people say, oh, I can manipulate anybody, I can have external manipulation, or I can manipulate a situation to be good to me. But what I say is, especially in the situation that me, Tim, and I guess a lot of you guys are in, we don't have enough external factors to manipulate. We are not in a business meeting, we are not going to meet Bill Gates every day that we need to manipulate him into giving us 100 crores. No.
How do you know
that's not
that?
what we need. Okay, so Tim has his definition: to convince people to do what they don't want to do by creating artificial words and situations. As eloquent as Tim could be, this is what manipulation is.
Thank you.
Good eloquency,
You,
I must say.
like Sarthak said, you're not going to a
Chad.
business meeting to convince Bill Gates. That's what we want you to think, okay? So think like that.
Tim, we cannot say that.
I guess we'll never know.
That should be kept a secret. So, anyways, but we are in a situation where we want to become that. So one of the things that everybody talks about when they say, okay, you want to become successful, you need to have a good mindset. You are an asshole. That's okay. I tried to do a Tate impression, but I can't. But anyways, you get the gist what I'm trying to say. But what is this mindset? Okay, mindset is how you think, how you perceive a situation, and how you respond to different situations. But how do we build it? And that's a question that nobody answers. Very less people actually answer the question, how do you build a mindset? People say do this, but how exactly? So the next few videos, next few of my videos that are every alternate week, will be focusing on this. The first thing is self-manipulation, and self-manipulation I have broken down into 3 categories: thought manipulation, situational manipulation, and feed manipulation. These are the 3 manipulations that you can use, that I personally use in everyday life, and that has helped me build a mindset that I'm kind of happy about, that have brought me a lot of results, and that have kept me stable through the highs and through the lows. So coming on to self-manipulation, I personally define self-manipulation as feeding yourself, or giving yourself certain things that help you garner the best out of yourself. Okay, this is a very changed up and a vague definition, but it is the definition I want you to refer to every time whenever I use the word self-manipulation. So how do we use self-manipulation? Why do we use self-manipulation? So a lot of times what happens is, you are in a situation which could go either ways. Let's say you are in an exam with one of your friends, both of you know the same things, you have been taught by the same professor, you have studied together, and like, you both know the same things. You both are going to give an exam, and only one could be selected. And people say, okay, somebody must know more, somebody must know less, but that's not the case. That's not always the case. There's one differentiating factor that every time helps the winner and always goes against the loser, and that is their thought process, the way they perceive the exam. And I'm not talking about just exams, I'm talking about every situation in life. Tim said something that I won't say. And the thing is,
Yeah, Sarthak is too humble. I will say it.
okay,
No,
I'll
I
tell
will
you
say
what
it.
he's saying
Sarthak is too
after.
humble. So, what he's saying, that is, sorry for interrupting. I know I should not, but from now on I won't, okay? So,
It's fine. It's
but
fine.
this
it's
is just
fine.
a story. Like, same professor, same class, same teachers, and completely different. So, like, completely different results in class 10. And that was one of the one of the big reasons that I didn't take PCM is because I did not want to compete with this guy. Like, he is such hardworking, such indestructible mindset he has. Like, you just can't compete with him, bro.
So finally, he is getting to know the secrets of my mindset. Now he'll compete with me because he is more hardworking than me and he has done more shit than me. So yeah, that counts. That counts. So, anyways, coming back to what I was saying. In that exam, let's take, now that he has said this, let's take an example of me and Tim only. We know a lot of things in certain areas and do not know a lot of things in all the areas. Now, if we have the same knowledge and we are going to give the same exam, shouldn't we get the same marks? Shouldn't we get the same things? Where is that differentiating factor comes from? So to make you understand this differentiating factor that I call thought process or mindset or whatever name you want to give, I'm going to tell you a story of mine. So it was the day of my J Advanced exam. Yeah, everybody knows J Advanced, what it is, how notorious it is. So through all my Excel sheets and everything that I have done, I had realized that decimal based numerical questions are the weakest link for me. So like, I can do multiple choice questions really easily, I can do single correct easily, but when it comes to decimal based numerical questions, I fuck things up. That was what I know. So I was kind of hoping that single digit integer or just integer came into the paper when it comes to numerical type questions, because for the past 2 years they had been giving non-negative integers. Just so that you guys know, the advantage with integers is that if you get a decimal answer or if you get a fraction, you know your answer is incorrect, and then you can go back, or if your answer is negative, you can go back to the step and you can see and you can be sure there is something wrong with it. But when it comes to decimals, you can never be sure. Like, we had answers that was like 11.8 minus 7.71 or 7.01, I don't know, in the official answer key. So you can understand how fucking notorious it was. You by seeing those answers, you'll be like, oh no, my answer is wrong, but they were right. So I went into the paper, I was kind of hoping that decimal integers, the decimal numerical do not come. I go into paper 1. Like 6 questions were there, decimal numerical. I could have thought, now my paper won't go well. God is against me. These are the things people think. I could have thought. And I wanted to think because 15 minutes before the exam, you get to know what all type of questions you will get. And you see that the weakest part of your preparation is like 6 questions per subject out of 18. No, out of 16, guys, this time. Like, out of 16, 6 were of the type which you don't want to do. and that too not non-negative. They could have negative values. Think about it. It's the most important exam I have given till now. Still now, it is the most important exam. And 15 minutes before the exam, you realize you're not in the best. The paper is not the best fit for you. You know, there's a lot of things that could go in my mind, that went in my mind, but the primal thought was of one guy, and that guy's name is Lewis Hamilton. I love that guy. And of course there were a lot of idols, Messi and everybody. I have a lot of idols and whose journey I see and from whom I take inspiration. And what I just thought in that moment was, winners always win. That's what I thought. And the second thought was, if I come up good in this exam, imagine the aura. The paper is against me, everything is against me, and still I do my best. Still, I do so fucking well. People think, how the fuck did he do that? That's what I thought in that moment. And that is how I was able to go through paper 1. You understand what I'm talking about? The difference between the thoughts you think and the people you're competing with think. More interesting, paper 2. Paper 2, tough, fucking lengthy paper. Out of the 16 questions, this time 50% of the paper, and more than 50% of the marks that of the paper were decimal. Last time, the other 2 questions were matrix match. They were a guaranteed win. They were a guaranteed correct if you put your time in them. This time, numericals are not a guaranteed win. And you have got 2 more numericals. You have got, I think, out of those 180 marks, 96 marks were numerical. You can never be sure about those 96 marks. You can do your best, and you can. In my case, the preparation and the kind of pros and cons, or advantage disadvantage with kind of questions that I had, I couldn't be sure, because in numerical you have got no options. You got no idea. Maybe the logic you're thinking is wrong. Maybe the answer you're thinking is wrong. Maybe you are wrong by little much, and it could get your answer wrong. Again what I thought, that bro, 50% of the paper is numerical. What's the worst that can happen? It was like I could get just 94. I got less than 94, but 94? No, 86, 84, I'm sorry. So I got around 84, so let's not talk about that. And then the second thing I thought was, what's the best thing that can happen? I can get as many marks as I can, just being calm, just not thinking about the fact that 96 yeah, sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. There were a little bit of an interruptions going on. Okay. So I thought in that moment, yeah, I could be that one person who, in the pressurized situation, can do something he has never done. That he can come out and do the best in numericals. That's what I thought. Did it happen? No. I don't fucking care that it did not happen. But what I care about is that in that moment, I became free of the fact that 96 marks were of numerical type. I started the paper. The paper was going not well at all. I was down on time. There was 45 minutes left, and I had 12 maths questions left, 4 of which were multiple choice, and 8 of which were numericals. I went to the washroom and I thought to myself, time is very less, and this paper is really lengthy. I could have thought that, oh my god, I have fucked up now, I got no time, what will I ever do? But instead what I thought was, everybody is gonna fuck up. It's your time to shine. So I planned that if I see a question and I see no and I get no ideas in 1 or 2 seconds, I'm going to leave the question instantly. I left the next 2 questions instantly. The third I did, the fourth I did, both multiple correct. I got them partially right. I got to know that later, but in the moment I did not know. Then I went on numericals. I had 38 minutes left. And by the time I was done with the numericals, I had 17 minutes left. And 21 minutes, I had done 8 questions, and not all of them. I had left 3, but I have done 5 numericals, and out of which 3 were right. Imagine, numericals were the weakest part of my preparation. I always committed mistakes in numericals. And that was the last paper of J Advanced. Each marks could define 1000 ranks. Imagine the pressure every person felt. But you know why I did not feel the pressure? Because of that one thought. It's my time. It's just 3 words. And what everybody do not realize is, and I'm gonna quote I don't know, Olivia Fox was her name, right? Who wrote Olivia Fox Caban. Goated author for me, goated author. Yeah, Olivia Fox of Charisma Myth. She said the brain the brain cannot differentiate between imaginary and real thoughts. Then why not use those imaginary thoughts for your benefit? That's what I have been doing. Because you can't know. Your brain, your subconscious mind don't know if you are thinking that, oh, it's your time to shine, whether it's actually your time to shine, or you're in a mess and you're just saying this to yourself. It doesn't fucking know. It has the same reaction. Every fucking time it has the same reaction. And how to build this is also a very good question that I'll cover in the next 10 minutes or so. But first, understand the gravity of what I'm telling you. The thoughts you think should be impenetrable. Let's take a scenario where what had happened was J Advanced came with single digit integers. What do you think I would have thought? Everybody would be happy. I would have thought this is a test. But what I would have thought, I'm telling you. Now this is a test. Paper is according to me. Now I have to be super precise and see what I need to do and get the best out of this. Things are already in my bag. This would calm me down. This would help me gain that motivation, but it would also ground me to be focused. You have to keep everything in mind. And you don't develop this in one day. You don't develop this by reading one book. You develop this slowly by just being with yourself. And that's one of the things that I have been trying to do in the past few days. Be at complete peace with myself. Complete peace. Those who follow me on Insta know I go out per week alone. I would love to go out with friends, and I go out with friends as well. But there's that little thing that is a part of my situational manipulation that I'm doing to myself, and I'll share this with you in the next 1 or 2 episodes. But for this episode, I'm just telling you, manipulate yourself using your thoughts. No matter the situation in front of you. Let's say you have to give, when I had to give that Modi, I have to impersonate him, and it was a skit, I had to be funny. You know what I thought? Everybody in front of me did not have the it's a little bit of derogatory sentence, but it's something that helped me. He's not gonna come on the stage and do this. You are the only guy here right now who is getting the stage. The stage is yours. The whole spotlight is gonna be on you. Everybody is gonna watch you. Each word I speak is gonna matter. So why not speak the best word? Why not impersonate him so well that people remember me as Modi more than people remember me as Sarthak? That's what I thought. And to an extent that happened. I don't care it did not happen to the full extent, but to an extent it did happen. And that's what I care about. That if I can get something good out of myself, if I can get something valuable, just by being, what to say, a little bit twisting the words, a little bit manipulative to myself. Why not be manipulative? People think being manipulative is a wrong thing. Be manipulative to yourself. Teach yourself, feed yourself with stuff. Think those things that help you always. You know, the college life has a lot of highs and a lot of lows. At times you think you do not have friends, at times you think you have a lot of friends. I guess Tim would agree with it. Like, you don't know. It's just been a month. So whenever I felt like if I had friends or not, I just thought one thing. I'm alone enough. It's fine. I just need to be the best. I just need to do the best things that I can do in this moment. Whether it be studying, whether it be going out, whether it be, making this podcast. I had to do things alone for myself, manipulating myself to do the things that will help me grow each and every day. And that, how your thoughts matter and how you can judge them, it is the thing that has helped me a lot. And now coming on to the last part of my monologue, and that is, how do you get this? Okay, I told you about what it is, how it helps, why it is, how. So one of the things that you should try on every day from now on that I did was think of, and this has also been covered in Charisma Myth. And when I was reading, and I was like, fuck, I have been doing these things for a couple of years now. And I was kind of shocked because I did not expect what I did to be something that is officially or known to people. I thought I was doing something that may be working, maybe not, but then it gave me that official, what to say, approval that what I'm doing is actually things that people should do. Anyways, find something to be grateful about in every situation you are in. Every. Whether you are alone, be grateful that you are alone and you are peaceful. In that moment when OJ advanced, I was grateful that I got the chance to do shit that people do not dream of doing. I could crack this exam and be like I overcame my difficulties in the most pressurous exam of the world, of the country. I cannot say the world, but of the country. Be something, and there's always something grateful to be grateful about in any situation you are in. Like right now, my today stay, I'll tell you. Yesterday I went to sleep a little late. I had to wake up at 6. I had to take metro to like 20 kilometers away, 30 kilometers away, give an exam, stay there, and it was like walk 1.5 kilometers, go to a mall, edit the podcast, do their thumbnail making, come back, give another exam, then come back here, and then tomorrow is my quiz. Tomorrow is my C programming and DSM quiz, and I have to record this podcast, and then I'll go study. People would say, oh my god, I have such a busy day, the life is so hectic. I just say that I'm getting the chance to make every single second of my day productive towards making myself grow. See the difference between thought. It's the same shit, same things. You can think that the day is hectic and it would be a negative statement because now you don't want your day to be like this. I want my days to be like this. Completely packed with things. Completely packed with studying, doing some passion project that is this podcast, giving something like a test, not exactly a test, but maybe competitive programming, maybe doing an internship, maybe doing something, and also having fun. That little thought shift comes from gratefulness and your ability to pass a situation to your benefit. Every situation can come out to be beneficial for you. You just have to see how. And with this, I end my thought manipulation part of my series, self manipulation. Next time, when I do this, it will be situational manipulation, and I am so eager to hear what Tim has to say on this. He has been so silent, he has been listening like so actively. So, Tim, how was it? What do you think on
First
this?
of all, wow. I mean, just wow.
Yes.
The way you told that story, you took me back. You talked about the feelings that you're having, the stakes, the things that are at stake, all the different plethora of emotions you're feeling, how you're reacting to those. Wow, I mean, just amazing, bro. Awesome storytelling over there. Yeah, like that is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
The whole concept of self manipulation, as you call it, or I would say it's the framing of the thoughts in a way that increases the likelihood that you would achieve your goals. Like the whole concept, big advocate of that. Please, please, please do it, because you can do anything as long as you frame it right. So yeah, I have a few things to add, but I think Sarthak has covered all the things, and
Yeah.
mine additions would be like a cherry on top. So
Sure. I'm eager to say what you have
So
to
first of
add.
all,
Come on.
the
Yeah.
the statement that you said, the odds are against me and still I can get it, so imagine the aura that I would have. Bro, like that was such a Sarthak thing to say. Sarthak thing. Bro, like just have it framed. Like, bro, it was such good. Like I need to
Yeah,
like remind myself this as soon as possible, as multiple times as possible. What an absolute gangster shit. Next, like, and you guys, like, Sarthak is not just making this stuff on his head. He's like, he is actually, when you meet him in person and there is a high pressure situation, you would not find him reacting to it. You would also not find me reacting 70 to 80% of the time, but the remaining 20 to 30% of the time, I would react. Sometimes I get pissed, as sometimes I just zone out and I just think. And that is me. But Sarthak is like very calm. Like he is able to manage stuff. And I still remember the day, class 10th, we were doing a practical and no one was able to do anything. And Sarthak just took out his diary, started jotting down random things. I was like, what the heck is he doing? Then he somehow created a ratio which helped us do all the measurements of that weighing scale practical in like 20 minutes, while others were taking like 45 minutes approx. And this is Sarthak Singh for you. This man does not break under the pressure. Do you remember that or not? Principle of moments.
Yeah. When you told me said about that, weighing scale thing, then I remembered. Yeah, that ratio.
Yeah, that was amazing.
I just reverse engineered the whole stuff. I just reverse engineered the whole stuff. I was like, okay, this is this, just reverse engineer it.
Yeah.
We know where it is.
Like such an absolute G. That was when I realized that Sarthak is a friend worth having for the entire life, bro. Such a fucking smart guy. And not even just smart, like he's also
he
no
praises me too
actually
much.
like what's true
praises me
is
too
true.
much.
Like guys,
That
for
was
those
just-
who haven't met him in person, you don't know me, son. Yeah. Next thing, yeah, just to add to his point, the way I phrase different things, like I phrase if some difficulty, most of the time it happens that like we have to walk a lot and like in our campus, or sometimes you don't get the lift and you have to go to the 4th floor. So then I tell to myself, I'm Tim fucking Dwivedi, bitch. And that I do because I believe, yeah, I believe that God gives the hardest problems to his best soldiers, because if he were to give easier problems to them, they would find it boring. So life would be extra hard for me because I'm a better player. Yeah, you can call it self-aggrandization, you can call it hooting your own horn, whatever you want to call it, but it is what it is. It helps me, so I'll stick with it. Just like Sarthak says, like, you are superior to everyone. As he said that you are superior to everyone when you're walking to the stage. That is derogatory to many people, but you gotta use it because it helps you. Yeah, Sarthak, go ahead. Sorry for cutting you off.
Yeah. So that was what I was saying. That you just said. That when I say that I'm good enough, I'm better. It's like if you guys remember our emotions podcast, I also said that I think I'm not good enough, and I also say that I'm better. I use each and every of the situations when it is needed to be used. That is what manipulation is. I say when I'm not good enough, when I need that power. I say when I am better, when I needed that
Yeah.
arrogance in me. I use emotions more than anything else, and I use these thoughts more than anything else. I use both of the extremes. I in on a default setting I'm in the middle. I'm neither good enough nor I am bad. Sorry, I'm not good enough. I'm not nor I am bad enough. I'm just normal. I do not define myself as anything or any of those. But when I need that, for those minutes, for those seconds, for whatever the time period is, I am that. I'm better than everyone else in this room. During any exam, that any test I think, I'm better than everybody else in this room. I'm gonna prove it right now. But whenever I need that motivation for myself, I say I'm not good enough, and I need to prove it to myself that I can be good enough.
Awesome.
It's just
Yeah.
thoughts. Your brain doesn't. It doesn't differentiate between them. Just use it.
And yeah, here I would admit that, yeah, Sarthak said that while he's exercising, in order to get an extra 2 or 3 reps in, he says I'm not good enough. I have been using that ever since I started going to the gym in VIT, but I say a different thing which I can't share here. Okay, so I'll tell Sarthak later. So I use that, and almost all of the time I can at
Yeah.
least get one more rep in, like easily. I did it today. For most machines I can do 2 or 3 reps more per set. Just imagine how much of a compound effect that will have over a long time horizon. I mean, wow, like Sarthak, that was some good shit, bro. Thanks for that.
It does work, right? It does work. It works so fucking well.
Yeah, so next one, what Sarthak said, that he's trying to condition, like, again, repeat positive things to himself. Apart, like, this is bro science, so source, trust me, bro. As far as I've learned about neuro-linguistic programming and psycho-cybernetics, it comes under that. This is not the same as affirmations, because Sarthak actually believes it for some time. So, yeah, Sarthak just reprograms his mind to just be like that because he wants to be like that. So, yeah, guys, do it. That is scientifically proven. The reason I'm saying this is because it is scientifically proven that it can actually help you. As long as it helps you and does not harm you, go ahead with it. And yeah, one last thing. Sarthak, are you there? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah.
Just say.
This I learned
Continue.
from David Goggins, that as, like, for example, Sarthak has gone to the stage and he's just in front of the podium, and this thought comes in, like, probably he's nervous, which he won't ever be, but let's assume he is. So he has 2 options. Like, he knows that it could either go positively or negatively. Like, he could fuck things up, or he could, like, mesmerize and amaze everyone. So now comes my logical justification. If he mesmerizes everyone, now he has proof for the rest of his fucking life that it worked that time, so it should work the next time, and the next time, and the time after that. So he'll succeed at public speaking no matter what. However, if it goes bad, then he can tell him, like, if he fucks, he just forgets, he just zones out. Then he can, from the next time onwards, he can tell himself that that was the worst. I could survive that, so whatever will happen, it will happen better than that, right? So yeah, it's just thoughts, like Sarthak said. Your mind can't differentiate between it. And especially my mind, if I justify something logically, I start to believe in it. And this is very logical. So yeah, that is my 2 cents. That's all I got. Yeah, one last thing. I said one last thing previously also. Sarthak, first I would like to know what do you think about this?
I mean, that's the exact thing that I was talking about when I said you have everything, something to be grateful about
Right.
in every situation. Whether the speech goes right, you are grateful that the speech went right, and now you know you can speak well. And if it doesn't go right, you next time it can't
right.
go that bad. It's gonna get better. Whether you fuck up an exam, next time you can prove that okay. Or whether you do not fuck up an exam, now you know you can always give that exam the best. Every situation has something that you can take positively. You just need to find it. You need to be attentive enough to find that shit.
Yeah, that I totally agree. Totally agree. Naval Ravikant also talks about it in his book. So yeah, 100% agree. So ever since I thought about this, I try to find positive things in everything. And guys, this is from my side. I leave you with one last thing. So this is again from my mentor, like Alex Hormozy. He said in his podcast a long time ago, I think in 2021 or 2022 or 23, I don't remember, with Tom Bilyeu, the first podcast that he did, he said that sorry, that there were studies done on successful people to isolate the traits that made them successful, because there are not any habits, because people like Warren Buffett, they drink Coca-Cola, eat McDonald's and still are successful. Like some people wake up really early and some people wake up really late. Many are successful. So you can't generalize based on that. Some people do biohacking, some people don't do biohacking. You can't generalize. So what they can generalize, which they found common in all entrepreneurs, mostly without exception, is that there are three main traits. And Sarthak just mentioned two of them unknowingly. This guy knows a lot more than you think. Okay. So, three traits. First, they believe that they're better than everyone else and that's why they deserve more than everyone else. So, as Sarthak said, that whenever he wants to like push himself, he needs arrogance, like I'm better than everyone else in the room. That's why I'll prove it. Next, and this is the paradox of paradoxes, they are insecure, have an imposter syndrome that they are not good enough, they'll never be good enough. So they always have to fight to prove it that they are good enough. But the more they prove, the more they think that they won't be good enough. So they always have this crippling thought inside that I'm not good enough. Again, Sarthak, like while working out, while like on the Emotions podcast, he said that I'm not good enough. And the third, this one Sarthak didn't mention, they have the ability to focus for a really long time in order to achieve the things that they want to on the thing that really matters. And that's how they convert that I'm not good enough into something creative and something productive. So that's all from my side.
I mean, when you said it that, I was like, what the fuck? Because apparently that's what happens. And honestly, you are not good enough. When you need to think that, you think that, and when you need to think that you are better than everybody, you think that, and that helps you a lot. So anyways, I'll leave you with just one thought. What thought could you have thought today that would have made your day better, more productive, I guess? Maybe you would have more time to do something else you did not do today. Think about that one thought that could have changed your day, and put it in the comments down below if you want. Until then, until the next time, signing off. This is Sarthak saying bye bye.
Tim Nivedi,
This is
signing off. Have an amazing rest of your day and we'll see you next week. Bye. Love you guys.